Good morning, welcome to our daily news from the Eatglobe newsroom in Varna. Our first story is about kimchi, the Korean fermented dish, which has been taken up in its North Korean variant last week into the UNESCO list of protected cultural practices. South Korean kimchi is already on the list since 2013, so that the admission of the North Korean variant was to be expected. It differs from South Korean kimchi by being less spicy and having a less intensive color. Kimchi, as most people know, is a fermented dish based mostly on Chinese cabbage and spiced in different ways. The dish exists since the 10th century, and the recipes vary from household to household and are transmitted from mothers to daughters. Our next story is about differences in carbon emissions between rich and poor. According to a study by a British NGO Oxfam, the poorest 50% of the world population cause only 10% of CO2 emissions, while the richest 10% are responsible for 49%. This is not very surprising, given that the definition of wealth and GDP by itself is connected to industrial and post-industrial activity, which is rich in emissions at present. Our last story is about Hanukkah, the Jewish holiday of lights, which every year happens at about the same time as Christmas. This year it starts somewhat earlier, like it started yesterday evening, with today being its first full day and another 7 days to go. The holiday of Hanukkah celebrates the reintroduction of Jewish practices in the Jerusalem temple after they had been suppressed by the Seleucid Empire. Hanukkah celebrations happen throughout the world, and we share a few pictures with you about the first lighting of the Hanukkah candles yesterday evening in Berlin, in Hanover, in Moscow, and in Budapest. This ends our news for today. If you want to know more about our stories, please visit eatglobe.com. Thank you for watching and hope to see you tomorrow.